bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 15.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Mayfield's pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb.
Number 24.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They'll take over.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
The ball carried by
a good gain of 12 yards that time.
He was brought down.
But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again, Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Browns, nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
2nd and 4.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 25 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. on Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is good.
The field goal.
And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first.
Thunderbirds 6, Browns nothing.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Mayfield's pass.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guaranteeing you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And finding the tight end Hooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 6-0 our score after 1.
Into the first quarter with the score Thunderbirds 6, Browns nothing.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because it's just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear a coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Browns, 40
Stafford. And he'll let one go deep for half. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, and it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play. As if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they disrupted already for 3 INTs. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Chubb. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards.
23-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Toronto.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
And 7 at the 20-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's got it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes Diggs. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go.
He's got daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Is good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Stafford's pass.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
At
as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our E8. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And it's third down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 33-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
48-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Now Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. That's a gain of 8. Makes it third.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Mayfield on play action. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5.
Mayfield's pass.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A 6-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard. You don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he will find his man on the outside. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The ball carried by number 4.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's
from the 50, Stafford. He's got this one completed to Mims. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And we're back now here in Cleveland. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs? This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 16 yards, a first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Austin Hooper.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield now. And the pressure gets to him again. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
To the running back. The tackle made at the 3-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. And from the 1-yard line, they didn't try and reinvent the wheel, do anything cute. They just gave it to the big back.
You almost get the sense that if you can't get it in from the 1-yard line with your big guy carrying the football, you'll question yourself the rest of the day. They got it done.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Number 87. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield on 1st down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that up. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Thunderbirds 41.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.